Race number 2, and a look at this race. This is over the 1200 metres for the Class 3s. We've got Harmony Spirit at the top for Blake Shin and Douglas White having its second start. Take What You Need. Previous 3 over the 1400, returns to the 1200 here. Victorium has been racing. Wellington and Larson gets in nicely here. Super Junior has won as a rating 69, but been better over the 1000 metres. And further down, Little Wise Man resumes from a bleed, has had 2 trials. Unique Treasure at the bottom of the book is gaining no weight for this third start for Ricky Yu, and out of that strong race behind Transcendent and Fantasy. Take What You Need, California Turbo and Great Treasure, they've been up at Chungfa.
Rare for a 1200 metre race where there's not one single leader engaged in this race whatsoever, so on where they normally would settle, probably Take What You Need comes out on top for Zach Purton, and Joe Moreira will sit to his outside with Victorium. So Take What You Need out of 8, Victorium out of gate number 11. Unique Treasure 2 would just sit behind them from 2. Dragon has landed. He sat sort of near the pace last time out, so he should get a nice run on the trail.
Here is that Chungfa gallop from Take What You Need. He's on the uphill gallop here, so he goes nice enough, just getting a bit of stamina into the legs as well as he comes down and stretches out nicely. Victorium comes out of a really strong form race and he looks good. Just drawn a little bit awkward in barrier number 11, but his last start was good behind Wellington and he seems to be going really well at the moment. And Little Wise Man, just thought I'd show him because we haven't seen him for a while, coming back from a bleeding attack. He has had 2 trials and just some nice quiet work with Victor Wong aboard, but we know he has got ability, the horse.
That is the grey. Some replays now. We're going to start our first one with Take What You Need. This was a second over the 1400 metres. It was 2 starts ago for him.
It was in behind Seattle Choice here when he ran second, only beaten 3.5. His run after that, I should say, with Derek Ling on board behind All in Mind. Don't think he had too many excuses on that occasion. Good run just behind the speed and stayed on fairly. But I think there's a couple of others that could potentially beat him here.
Yeah, he's just got barrier 8, which is a little bit awkward, but he's got Zach Purton aboard. I've found a spot from on a minor line.
Victorium, Joe Moreira takes the ride. This is a really strong race, this one. Wellington and Larson finish in front of him. Yeah,
really good. And the horse has been going really well recently. He's got plenty of ability. He went to Happy Valley, ran a couple of good races there behind California Deep Shot. And now he comes here with a really good placing behind Wellington. Look, I've got one to beat him, but I think he's going to be tough. He's going well at the moment.
Yeah, he's going to be right in it. He's in the market at 4.4. Been pretty honest, boxed on well enough last time out, behind a couple of smart horses there, Wellington in particular. So he's certainly my idea of a horse in the queue anyway.
Yeah, strong form race, that one, as is this one. This is Unique Treasure. He comes out of the race with Transcendent winning on debut and Fantasy in the red blinkers the outside, and of course he's won since.
Yeah, last couple of runs from this horse have been pretty good. Did travel strongly in the run, loomed up here in the straight. You've got Valiant Dream there on the inside, Fantasy, Transcendent, so a decent race. Loomed up, fought well, as I touched on before. Fantasy has come out and won. Valiant Dreams since come out and run second, so he's another big chance in the race. He's actually my idea of the winner, really.
Yeah, I've got him on top too. I think Ricky Yu, he's a different horse of Ricky's. Only hit the 3 starts and gone well at all 3.
That was Ballistic King running third, splitting Transcendent and Fantasy with Unique Treasure fourth. OK, so we know the 11's on top for you, Paul. What number's in behind?
Yeah, I think Victorium, he's just got that wide draw. That's why I went for Unique Treasure. 11 to beat 3. 2 Take What You Need, very consistent. I put California Turbo on. He runs the odd good race in there for 4th. But 11, I think, can win this.
Yeah, I'm siding with the 11 as well. Unique Treasure, I think it'll be tough to beat here. Karis Teat and Ricky Yu drawn well, should sit handy, and he's my idea of the winner here at number 11. Unique Treasure comes out of a good form race. Of the rest, the others I don't mind are 3. Victorium, who comes into this race with some decent form as well behind Wellington. Take What You Need, Zach Purton riding, should be up on the pace. There's not a lot of pace in the race. And the other one I don't mind is Little Wise Man. He's got ability, and he's had 3 trials coming into this off the back of a bleeding attack. So 11, 3, 2 and 9.
They will be a pretty popular quinilla for sure, and certain of 3 and the 11. They do look the top 2 in race number 2. 2 races down. We're going to head to a break after this. It's the preview of the first of the Group 2, the Chairman's Trophy.